All right, welcome back to Catch Simplified channel. This episode, we are going to look at software, various questions regarding software, and then license keys and other questions. Right. The first question, 6.1. Explain what a product key or activation code is. Now, when we talk about product key or activation code, the definition is a unique alphanumeric code or unique code used to verify and activate licensed software. So a code used to verify or activate a software which prevent unauthorized use is called activation code or product key. Give one reason why software developers will need a product key. The first reason is to prevent software piracy. Second one is to ensure only licensed software or only licensed user can have access to it. And to track software usage and license, to provide update and support to legitimate users, and to protect revenue from the software sales so that people will not make more use. In other words, for them to also get customers or make money out of it. So these are the reasons why they will need activation code or product key. 6.3, name the term used to describe the illegal use of software. The illegal use of software is called software piracy. Name and explain the difference between two types of system software. Basically, there are two types of system software. We have one, the operating system, and then two, utility software. So the operating system, they manage the hardware and software resources. In other words, they control all the activities and provide the user interface. Then the utility software, they are the type of software that maintain and optimize. So the key word is they maintain, they provide maintenance, and optimize the system performance. An example of it is antivirus, disk cleanup, backup software, defragmenter, zipping, and the rest. So there are so many of them. These softwares maintain and optimize the performance of the computer, and then the operating system, they manage or they control all the activities of the computer. And 6.5, what's the backup file? When you talk about backup is making copy of important data. So making copies is called backup. Now, why do we need backup? So that we prevent loss in case there's a system failure, accidental deletion, or cyber attacks. Then you can easily go for your file. 6.6, state two disadvantages of online storage for backup. Online storage, the disadvantages are: one, we talked about the advantages in the previous lesson. The disadvantages are they require internet connection, security risk, limited free storage space, slower retrieval speed, and data privacy concerns. So these are the disadvantages of online backup. Now, 6.7, state two features of open source software. Beside the fact that it is free. Now, sometimes they will talk about FOSS, freely open source software. These are the type of software whereby the source code can be used for free and made changes. So the first one is that the source code is accessible for free and can be modified. Two, community-driven development and support. Three, no license fee. You don't require to purchase. Four, can be customized for specific user needs. You can make changes to the source code for the way you want it to be. And 5, they have a strong security due to frequent community updates. Because there are so many updates, they perform better security as well. 6.8, name or give one disadvantage of open source software. So these are the disadvantages of force as well. Because there are so many people making different copies or modifying it or making changes out of it, they may have limited support. I mean, people are making changes too, so you don't have a particular person owning that software. So they have limited support. 2, they may be less user-friendly compared to the proprietary software. 3, compatibility issues. They may not be compatible with other operating systems. 4, some open source software lack regular update. So in other words, there can be loopholes. And 5, security risk if they are not updated or maintained. So these are the disadvantages of open source software. Now 6.98, state 2 functions of operating system. The same as this one. Give 2 reasons why it is necessary to have operating system installed on your computer by referring to the functions of operating system. These 2 questions are the same. First one is they provide basic security. In other words, they give login details, username and password. You can also write they provide username and password. 2, basic running of the computer. 3, memory management. 4, input and output management. 5, coordinating or managing tasks or loading or running programs or software. They can be used to run programs or software, any of these. The next one, device management, like disk management for the printers. The next one, provide user interface, which we call graphical user interface. The items on the screen, the menus, the buttons that I'm clicking on, these are the use of the operating system. File handling, set up and shut down a computer. These and many more. They also provide multitasking. They control file management and storage as well. These and many more are the functions of the operating system, which you must take note. 6.10, besides an operating system, which category of software would a user need to perform tasks? And that's the application software to perform a specific task, like web processor, web browser, and the rest. 6.11, define the term minimum system requirement. Then we have the minimum system requirement, and then we also have the recommended system requirement. Now, the minimum system requirement is the least. You say the least specification. So instead of it to say the minimum, you can say the least hardware and software specifications needed for an application to run effectively. The least hardware and software specifications needed for an application to run effectively. And then the recommended system requirement is that one is the hardware specifications or software specifications needed for an application to run effectively, or to run at optimal level, or you can say effectively. So this one is the least specification needed. For instance, if you want to install Microsoft Office 365, what are the least hardware storage or the hard drive storage space you need? Let's say it will tell you need at least 500 megabytes, or the CPU speed, at least it needs about 2 gigahertz, or it needs a RAM size of 2 gig. So those are the least, meaning that you can't go below that so that the application can be able to run. That is what we call the minimum. But then the recommended one for the software to run properly, what are the specifications needed? And that is what we call the recommended system requirement. So these two, you must know the difference. State 2 advantages of using Office Suite instead of individual applications. Office Suite is a group of software put together. When you install, you get a lot of them. Like for instance, Office 365. If you install that, you are going to get Microsoft Word, you are going to get Excel, you will get Access, you get PowerPoint. So group of software put together as one is called Office Suite. Now, what are the advantages? Better integration between programs. For instance, linking Excel with Word by importing and exporting and others. Cost effective compared to buying separate software. The same interface, standardized interface. For instance, if you go to Excel, you are going to find home, insert, and the rest. If you come to Microsoft Word, you'll find the same thing. Easier file sharing and collaboration, that's exporting and importing, and usually include cloud storage options as well. Like Office 365, you get OneDrive as well. Right. 6.13, to which type of software do Microsoft Edge and Mozilla Firefox belong? They belong to web browser. And then 6.14, name a file extension typically for files that have been reduced in size. File extension for zipping, in other words, compression software. So compression software extension web.zip, zip.rar.7z.bak.tmp, and the rest. These are the file extensions for compression. Right. Thank you for your time. In the next lesson, we'll be talking about drivers and then the other type of questions that you must also know. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Bye.